boys. That was in. Whoa. That was insane, guys. Oh my god. I just got back from the match. There's so much to talk about. I don't want to be too loud because obviously I'm still in the hotel room. But oh my god, let me tell you, that was incredible to go to. I mean, the Betis game was cool. It was nice hanging out with my guys. This was different. You can't beat a 4-0 win in the Champions League. Big statement, boys. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I think we needed. Goal for Rafinha, even if it was a little, assist for Rafinha as well. Lewandowski with a brace. And then the Lamine goal was beautiful, guys. He celebrated right where I was. I got incredible shots of it. You'll see it in the next video on the main channel and probably on my Instagram if you guys follow me there. That was ridiculous, guys. I was at a loss for words on the walk home here a little bit. Threw some shade at Fiago because homie hates Barcelona and Real Madrid. So had to throw some shade his way because I know he's going to hate that, but I'm okay with that. Incredible game, incredible vibes. I know Dortmund, not the greatest team this season and in the Champions League or elsewhere, and so, it is what it is, but huge win. That's the important part for us, to step out of that Betis match, show them that we're still this team. We can still do it. I think we all knew it. It's good to be reassured, though, all the time. And I guess we'll walk through the game a little bit before we get into our ratings, as we usually do. So starting off, I think the first half was relatively solid. We only got one goal. There were a couple chances. Thankfully, Girassi was ghosting. Like, I was right on the goal line basically for on the side that Barca ended up shooting on in the second half. But that means I saw Girassi miss two wide open chances basically. Thankfully, that happened, but we did concede them. I don't think it was the worst defensive showcase by any stretch of the imagination. I think Chesney was fantastic, but that first half was fine. I think we very easily could have created a little bit better and been a little bit more clinical and maybe creative, linked up a little bit better in that first half. Kind of similar story to the Betis game, but they were warming into it. I think Frankie de Jong wasn't that great. I don't think it was bad. I don't think anybody was really bad in the first half. I just think they were warming into the game a little bit. You saw Lewandowski get run over and pushed over a lot. I think the ref did a pretty good job today of controlling that, though. And you saw Lewandowski move a little bit better today, and I thought he was really good. Obviously, he walked away with a brace, but I think he warmed really well into the match. I think he fit into this team really well. I think Fermin looked great as well. That'll be more in the second half, but all the guys it was crazy. All the guys looked so good today, and just on it, athletic, fast, and I was on pitch level today, so it was just a different view. You were able to see how quick this game really moves when you're higher up in the stadium. It feels a little bit more like you're on TV. You could see it better. You could see everything better. It's a better view, all intents and purposes. But the game looks faster at field level, and it very clearly was. I saw how much bigger and stronger Frankie de Jong looks than he normally does, and then we think on TV, but he's not short. He's like 6 foot, 183, 182 cm, and so he was fighting in there against guys that were big. That's part of the reason Lewandowski, I think, had trouble in the first half. They're big defenders. Emre Can's a big guy. Sule came on in the second. Like, they're bodies. These guys have to play in German football. It's much more physical. It's more physical than La Liga, and I think they fought incredibly well. Eric Garcia came on and fought well, but in the second half, man, they just turned it on, created some really good chances. We're clinical and we're linking up together. They found that chemistry that they'd been looking for. I'm so happy Rafinha got his goal, got an assist as well, I believe. And then we saw Ansu Fati. That was crazy. But Lamine Yamal scored. I was so happy to see that. Homie celebrated right in front of me. Guys, the clips are so, like, they're in 4K, boys. I got some very clean footage. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if I'm going to get the video out tomorrow. It's not a vlog. It's more of a big story, but I think you guys will like it. And that'll be up. But second half was just thrilling, incredibly exciting. I saw the cat, which is a little cringy, but honestly, the fans loved it. That was great. But we'll get into the ratings here. We'll walk right into the ratings, and let me just pull up the sofa score. But guys, that was a dream come true, and this whole trip has been fantastic. I wish my girlfriend could have been here. It could have been that much more special. But thankfully, Gu and my boy Mark, they came through. Gave me some company. I met Chris and Carlos. And it's just so cool to feel welcomed in Barcelona by fans, by viewers. It was such a sick experience. So the game's not coming up here because it's over, but I remember the lineup. Chesney, I think he was really good. I'm giving him an 8.5. He cut in. He was on the ball, fantastic today. And yeah, no complaints. Koundé, I'm gonna give him an 8.5. I thought Koundé was spectacular. I really think Koundé was really, really good today. Not wildly going forward. He got into a few decent positions, but it was mostly defensively, and he was spectacular. It was absolutely fantastic watching him play. He's good at this game. Kubarsi and Inigo I thought were great. Kubo didn't play crazy passes, but the amount of times we were chanting "ku ku ku ku," we thought it was his goal. I think at the beginning, but it was not his goal. That's okay. It would have been cool for him to get it though. That's all right though. And I think it was a good game from him and Inigo, both of them solid at the back, solid. A lot of blocks from them, from Kunde, Balde as well. Really good work. I'm gonna give him 8.5s to them, to Balde as well. Ran into space pretty well. It didn't come together nearly as much. I'll give him like a 7.5. I saw his brother too. His brother walked right by me. I also saw Noah Darvich, just sitting on the steps in front of me, but I wasn't sure if it was him because I've seen him, only a couple times. But yeah, Balde, I think it was a decent game, but not his best. But he was able to fight defensively too. I think he looked really good. And Adeyemi, the fans hated Adeyemi today because he started fouling them from the first minute, so the fans were getting after him. But then Pedri and Frankie, I don't know how spectacular Frankie was in the first half, but in the second half you saw him really turning and stepping into space beautifully, like the way we want him to, the way we've talked about him doing in the past. He was doing it a few times today. I thought he looked spectacular in the second half. I think an 8 is very fair. Pedri, 8.5, just spectacular performance. He doesn't lose the ball. He's so intelligent with his passes, constantly threatening, constantly keeping this team in check. You can't go wrong with this guy. He just does not have a bad game in him. It's incredible. So yeah, big up. I think an 8.5 and 8 is solid for him as well. And we'll go to Fermin now, who hit the post a billion times. A couple really good chances in there. It's unfortunate that happened, but hey, not too shabby, right? We'll take it. Ended up getting an assist, I believe, on Lewandowski's second goal. But I thought he was really good. His pressure is fantastic. His intensity is great. His close control is also really, really good. He's such a great player. We can't let him go anywhere. He's got to compete with Danny Olmo for the rest of history. He has got it. So does Danny, but this kid's good. This kid's really good. And yeah, we'll move to Lamine now. I thought Lamine was really good as well. He was threatening from the beginning. The first, I want to say 15 minutes, he had a couple of chances there. And I thought he was great. I think the goal was fantastic. I got a sick shot of the goal. I'm really excited to show you guys. But yeah, good game. 8-9 probably for Lamine. And I'll probably give my man of the match to Rafinha or Lewandowski. I thought Rafinha constantly running, constantly talking to everybody. So was Pedri and Frankie. It's so cool to be at the pitch and see them talking and coordinating and organizing. You see Hansi, telling everybody what to do. It's really cool to see them actually, things that are never going to be shown on screen, see what their off the ball decisions and movements. And for me, it was head checking every second. It was really sick to see. Thank you guys for making that happen. But Rafinha, probably my man of the match. You could probably throw it to Lamine, Lewandowski even. Leva tried to bike again for the second game in a row. That header across by Rafinha was really good too for Lewandowski's first goal. That was really, really clean. Or was that his second goal? His first goal. And then Lewa, yeah, I thought it was a great game from Lewandowski. I think a 9 as well. I think he was very clean, very solid in the game. That could have been difficult for him, right? We've seen him struggle against big, tall defenders earlier this season, last year especially. Not today. They were moving so incredibly well, creating space, making them stress out. And this isn't a great Dortmund team. They've struggled a little bit. Kovac has, I think, settled them a little bit, but they're still not excelling by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm incredibly happy with this. But that wasn't the end of the game, right? We ended up seeing a lot of subs here. Gavi came on. Stadium went crazy for Gavi, as always. Fermin got a standing ovation, which was cool to see. I was happy for him. And then Eric Garcia came in and saw him fighting. Homie was going at it. He looked great today. Garcia looked really good. Araujo didn't do much when he came in. He was kind of just a controller for this back. And wasn't too much worry. But Szczesny had them covered when there was a corner in there. They had a couple chances right at the end there. And the offsides line had us covered as well. Homie, I think there was like 3 or 4 offsides. One of them was for a goal as well. So love to see it. The guy behind me was cursing, like making fun of Dortmund. It was pretty funny. Ferran Torres came on. Fans really liked seeing. They went crazy for El Tiburon. Didn't really do much move around. But then Ansu Fati came on. And you told me that on TV you could see that Lamine was calling for a sub about 10 minutes. With 10 minutes before he ended up coming off, which is interesting to me. I think Lamine just wanted Ansu to get minutes, and they're up 4-0. He doesn't need to be on. He's played so much football. I think he probably could have come off earlier with Pedri. Lewandowski and Inigo, but maybe you don't want to make all those subs at once. You want to give Ansu his own entrance, maybe something like that. But actually, Ansu wasn't warming up either, so he only warmed up for maybe a minute or two. So I think it was like a quick decision. Hansi probably just didn't see it, is what I would assume. But yeah, Ansu came in. I thought he looked solid. He didn't really do anything. That he had one chance or one pseudo chance where he was in behind a little bit, but he fumbled it a little bit. Or I don't know if the defense. I didn't really see it because I was trying to record it. But it didn't come to anything. So that's unfortunate. But it's nice to see him on the pitch. It's great to be there, to hear the stadium like really roar when he came up. It was pretty cool to see the support still there for him, and I'm happy for him for that. But we move, right? We see what happens. We take this momentum into the weekend against Leganes, and hopefully we keep that energy up, get that game closed out ASAP, right? And see where this game takes us, man. This was great. This is a great lead going into Dortmund. I don't need to remind you of our history with leads like this, but I'm pretty calm. I'm pretty calm with this team. I'm pretty calm with this setup. I'm calm with Hansi. The fans love Hansi, guys, and I think we absolutely should. So, rejoice, boys. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening, wherever you are. I'm gonna go to sleep probably after this, or maybe post some stuff on Instagram. Follow me on Bobbly Lou if you guys want to watch that. But make sure you have notifications on for the main channel because cool stuff is coming. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.